Hey, good evening, Roulette Fools. Brent with AOB. We have let's call it a special session tonight. I was on Discord and chatting with old Swelly Swizzle, or known to some as Swizzle Sticks. Just kidding, I call him Swizzle Sticks once or whatever. So, anyway, he was doing a live feed in Discord playing dice on stake. And it was really, really interesting. And basically, it's got the way he had it set up was basically the same percentages as far as money down and returns going that we do when we do the 9 streets. So let's go. The way you get to it is you go to stake originals and then you go to dice. Okay. Now the way he had it, the win chances, he had it set up down here at 74.25. Okay. And what that's doing, it's this sliding bar, and they have dice that roll between 0 and 100, right? Digitally, of course. So the lower you set this means you win anytime it rolls any of these numbers above 25.75. So you have it's just like our 27 numbers, right? In this case, with 27 numbers, we have a 73% chance of winning on a single zero reel. On this one, you have a 74.25 chance of winning, and the payout is same. Whatever you bet up here, consider that our $9 bet, our $1 streets. For $9, you would win $3. Same thing goes here, except you're getting an extra 1.25. Now, that's the positive piece. The negative piece that always certainly concerns me is that this is completely digital, right? Completely digital, so you have to question. However, old Swizzle Sticks has been playing this now. I don't remember how many sessions, but he has several thousands of spins on this, and he's been doing real well. And he's putting in 21 cents per spin and then manually just spinning it. Okay, and we'll do that in a second. The nice thing about this is you can spin as fast as you want, so you're not having to wait for a live dealer to go. Upon loss, just like on our 9x9 system on Roulette, you will martingale up. Now, what he's been doing is when he loses, he martingales, and then he immediately returns back down to base, from what I've seen, or at least he halves it. So even if he martingales 3 or 4 times, I think he either goes back. Swelly, you'll have to maybe comment in on how you do that. But anyway, so with us, if we lose on Roulette, remember we double on one loss, and then we bring it down to base loss or to base bet on the second spin, and that will get us the even. If we lose 2 in a row, we need to keep that martingale at that level for 2 spins before we bring it down. Anyway, he's doing it in increments. It's really smart because you're getting paid a third. A 1-to-3 ratio is what you're getting paid out. So in this case, putting in a number that's easily divisible by 3 is ideal. So in this case, he has 21 up there, which means every time he wins, he's winning an even 7 cents. So he did really good with that. I think, I don't remember how many spins it took him, but in about an hour, he started with 21. That's his bet amount. He was like up $60. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And he's done it quite a few days. Now, he has shown me his spreadsheet, and he had to martingale up to 12 times a few times. So you want to keep this low, because if you go look at our chart, if you're betting even $9 and you have to martingale up twice, it gets pretty expensive. So let's do this. Let's bet 90 cents. And we're going to just do this for fun and see how it goes, okay? So we hit play. So let's turn that volume off, huh? Okay, volume's off. So you see that we win, and you look up here in the top right corner, 75.20. That's the number that it rolled, and because it's in green, that means we won. We won again. And you can see we're winning 30 cents, and you see our chart over here. We've won twice for 30 cents, 1/3 of the 90. Okay, let's keep going. See, and I can just click it as fast as I want to click it. Now we keep going. Win. Now, admittedly, I played this earlier just to practice, make sure I knew what I was doing here, and I got on a pretty bad lose streak, so it can happen. So I doubled up on loss, and I come down to base. I mean, we're crushing it right now. I am a little bit I do get worried that it's all digital, right? I mean, look at this. I mean, we're just blowing this thing away. We're at $6.30, and we're probably, what, a minute into playing? Okay, so there's a loss, so we double. And you see the loss up here in the corner is denoted by that it's in black. All right, we won. We come back down. We lost. We go back up. So you kind of get it. It's exactly like playing 9th Street Roulette, except it's faster and no live dealer. Let's see what we can get up to pretty quick here. Let's see how far we can go without digging too deep. I don't want to go deeper than, say, 30 bucks in the hole. Man, we're crushing it. Part of me wonders if part of the algorithm on these are they watch how much you win and then they kind of get you used to it. But as Swelly pointed out, you know, if you go look at the number of players playing, this has one of the highest number of people playing on it, he says, as he goes in there and he notices that there's a ton of people in this one usually. So maybe that means something, maybe it doesn't. But so far, so good, right? This is pretty neat. Now I'm going to stop and show you something. I do not recommend this. You can come up here to the auto section and you can put your bet amount in. You can choose how many number of games you want to play. You can say on win. This one says reset back to 0. On loss, you can say increase it by, and in this case, it would be 100%. That's a double, a martingale. Okay. Then you can say stop on loss and say, let's say $10. So if you lose, if on that final spin you've lost $10 or more total of this gain, it will stop spinning for you. Be very, very cautious using this. I've used this on the auto digital roulette wheel and it gets you. I lost $1,000 on this once. I didn't realize I had $1,000 and I didn't put the stop loss. But what's crazy about the stop loss is you want to put it really small, because if your stop loss, let's say, is you're betting, let's just say you're betting $1 a bet and your stop loss is 50 bucks, as it martingales up, if it doesn't hit the $50 on that last bet, and that last bet was, let's just say, $45, you lost all the way up to 45 bucks, and that next bet could be really big and take you well over that $50 stop loss on that next martingale. So just be really aware of that. I do not recommend you use this. It goes fast. All right, let's keep going. It is kind of nice if you want to play with gold coins to do the automatic first and kind of get a feel for how that rolls. I accidentally left it doubled up, but that worked out in our favor. I mean, we're really crushing it here. 60, 70, and 9. Swelly, I think you could be onto something. I'm going to keep playing this for some time and see how this goes. But I mean, this is pretty much like printing money so far. But I've had it on the where it just hits the same numbers over and over after a while. Luckily, because you're doing this manually, you can control it. It doesn't get out of hand like the auto if you go with the auto. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back down. I purposely kept it there for high for 2 times. Just, we're talking about small money, so I just figured we'd see what it is. Kept it up there for 3 spins. I mean, it's pretty good. Look at this. We're at $20 in, I don't know, 4 minutes. I'll have to go back and look at the the video track and see what it actually was. Kept it up there twice again. All right, there we go. So we're up 25 bucks. I mean, in all honesty, right, this is a lot easier than placing your bets. I mean, I do like the live dealers. It's a little more entertaining. This is kind of you play in your basement all in the dark all alone, you know. I'm not saying that's what you do, Swelly. Hey, you just bought a beautiful house, so I doubt you're playing. This is weird. Sometimes it messes up when you double it and then you have it again. Sometimes, well, I was looking at the net gain, but anyway. And we're up to 25 bucks in not a lot of time. Just make sure you get in the spreadsheet and Martingale up and see what it would look like, how many losses in a row you can handle. You know, because these things catch up with you, surprisingly. With 130 and 31, you could almost just afford to play flat bet and go. I'm kind of just going by the seat of my pants, doubling it up and leaving it doubled up at times because I'm talking about a relatively low bankroll here. But this definitely has piqued my interest. I mean, I saw in the comments another channel has been kind of advertising, and that's fine. I really don't mind other channels posting on the comment sections about their channels. I think that's great. I mean, we all need to help each other out. I was hoping that when he posted about, hey, I got crazy strategies, posting one every day, and I'm making $1,500 in 25 minutes. I was really kind of hoping it was going to be live, real live money, but it's Roulette Royale. So I was a little bit bummed about that. And we're at 32 bucks and not very long. I think we're going on about, I'm trying to look at the time clock I have up here for when I actually started playing and stopped flapping my gums, right? All right. Definitely an easy way to make a few bucks. Now, here's what I'm curious about. If you put in these low roller dollar amounts, does it let you win? If I were to start increasing my bets, right, would you get the same type of percentage here? We're 43 and 176. Would you get that, or is this computer smart enough to go, hey, they're putting in some serious, or just increasing it, we're not going to give them nearly this much, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us a few more bucks here. And then I'm going to increase the bets and just see what it does. And actually what I'll do is I'll go really low dollar amounts. I'll go like 3 cents or something, and we'll go to the auto so you can see what that looks like. I think I skipped something here, but I'm already up to 1440, right? Ugh. I think I messed up on my own. Okay, so at least we jumped back up. All right, let's get up to 50 bucks and go on auto. Like I'm just gonna click this thing and not even double up and stuff, and we're gonna have to win at least 4-to-1 ratio in order for us to win. And I can see weren't we at 45? Yeah, we were up. So you can't, people say that, you know, martingaling is bad, but you can't do it without martingaling on these type of high coverage systems. You have to be very, very lucky in order to have that happen. I shouldn't even worry about catching up at this point. There we go. So flat betting just does not work for these most of the time. All right, let's get us up to 50 in a hurry. Come on now. I mean, we're at 90 cents, right? So if, you know, and even like when I was talking to Swelly earlier and he was showing me as 21 cents getting up to 60 bucks, you know, that's 21 cents. If you bet $1 or a little bit more, that's 5 times as much. That's $300 from his 60, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're at 50-40. Let's do this. So 66 and 243. What is that, a 4-to-1 ratio roughly? 240, just under 4-to-1, 3 point something, just a little over 3 point something, okay? And we're at 50-40. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to auto. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 90 cents. Let's be gamers about this. On loss, we're going to increase by 100%. And we're not going to do a stop net gain, and we're not going to do a number of games. We're just going to leave that until we manually stop it. On loss, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. I mean, the bets go up pretty high. So I'm going to put a stop loss on this right now at $15. And that'll be a negative 15. So if by the time it gets down to these and doubles, that last loss could be pretty substantial. So it's not going to stop our loss. In fact, let's put this at $5 to be conservative. Okay, now you want to come out down here settings, and you want to turn animations off and just go instant play. That means it's just going to show the numbers. It's not going to do anything else. All right, we ready? Let's roll. Let's see what we got over here. Let's keep an eye on it. And you got to keep your button and your mouse right here when you're doing on and play, because when this thing starts diving, it'll start diving. And so you can see that last bet was 720 and we lost. So what I do is I come over here and I manually double it up and play it through. This is what I do. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm going to stop there. I mean, you can see how deep we got into it. I'm going to reset this now. And let's go back to auto. And let's go back to 90 cents. And we'll leave it on $5. And let's see what kind of thing we can get going on here. Maybe we might have to increase it by a little more than $5, right? So the last bet was 360. Let's just play it out here. Okay, now we can have this back down to 90 cents, go back to auto. We better make this 10, 15 bucks. I'm willing to risk it. Let's go. Remember, we were getting roughly a, oh, booyah. We were getting roughly a just under 4-to-1 ratio when we were doing it manually, right? And now we go to auto, and oh my goodness, look at that. Down in a hurry, down to 720. And 30 and 60, barely a 2-to-1, barely a 2-to-1 ratio, just barely over that. And we end up down 720. So let's go ahead and we'll be game here. Okay, there we go. So at least we're up 720, right? From where we're at. All right, let's go back to auto. And let's reset this again and see what it looks like percentage-wise. See if we can get better. See if it does us any better this time. There's 3-to-1. Just over 2.5. There's 3. So it's doing much better for us now. Let's see if it crashes us though. Nice, 1764. So it's crushing it for us right now. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. So I don't know. Down 630. There. Okay. So at least we're up 90 cents. So you can see why the auto, it looks neat at first. And maybe let's do this. Let's go back to auto and let's take this. There. Let's go 23. We'll make 8 cents, right? Every spin. Let's go down to 23. We'll leave the stop loss at 15. We'll reset this and let's see how we look. Let's see how far we can go. It should give us a couple extra progressions, right? And we're already in the hole. Okay, can we work ourselves out? Let's go, let's go. Come on, you can do it, little buddy. There we go. Oh no. Come on now. Now, if you want to get ballsy on this one, you could like increase it to 300%. And that means, you know, your recovery is much faster, but you're going to bomb it a lot faster too. Oop. Look at that. It's going downhill. Now, here's another thing you need to know. If you stop autoplay in the middle, especially after you've lost a couple, see our bet amount is 46 cents. When you start, it starts its base at 46 cents. So you have to remember to go back down, because if you lose, say, 6 or 7 and you stop it because it's crashing, this number up here could be $6. And if you start autoplay, it's going to start your base bet at $6 and double from there. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's see if we can get up here, which our high was, you know, we'll see. So you could play this and go like that, right? Stop and take your $1.92, clear it out, make sure you're at your base. Let's see how that works any different. So, I mean, this is kind of exciting, right? Seeing that graph go. And seeing the graph crash. See, so another problem with it in auto, right? The other problem with it in auto is if you lose more than one in a row, you know this from our 9 Street bet. If you lose several in a row before you recover, you have to leave the Martingale at that highest level for at least 2 spins. In this case, you can't tell to do this. This is going on a loss, we're going to double it. On a win, reset it all the way back to the base bet. So the most you'll ever do, that's why the graph falls off like this and has to pretty much start over again, because it's only doubling on that very first spin, no matter how many losses we have, then it's going back down to 23 cents. So I believe under here, now, Swelly, you had some other options under here, and I don't know how to get those other options here or what it needs to do to get those, but once you're here, you can hit this favorites down here, and let's clear that out. And then when you go to your favorites up here, and I'm like going, where is all my stuff? No favorites yet. What? No favorites yet. That's insane. I don't know what happened to all my favorites. No recents, nothing. I don't know. Feels like almost like they logged me out. We got $32 in rake back if we want it. And we can't claim that till tomorrow. I'm going to leave the rake back there. Anyway, this was just supposed to be a short session.